Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I'm your host, Rumboyz Robbie. That is Jeff, SC Express. We have no idea right now where the rest of the crew is. After last night, I have a feeling that a lot of motherfuckers are still wrecked. My vocal cords are definitely shot. I am sipping on a little hot toddy right here. This is gonna be an interesting night, but yo, shop GLD. You already know how it be. Link is in the description. Head over to shop GLD. Get your GLD just like me. Let's go ahead and roll that ad.
Hop out in Miami with no land, I got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, or turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good friend, go where you're not.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. Woo! Can I just say how much I fucking love the chat? Last night was a movie. Last night was a movie, chat. Last night was fucking viral. That shit was legendary. These Sin Claypool back to Canada. We are definitely going to touch on that. We're definitely going to touch on that.
Yep.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz boys and girls. What it do? Dilly. I am so fucked up right now. Let's get into Thursday night football takeaways. What are your thoughts on last night's game? Is it time for Washington to replace Rivera? Is Justin Fields back to being the Justin Fields that we thought that he could be? The offseason moves look like they're starting to click a little. What are our thoughts?
Yeah, first of all, I have to, like you, thank everyone for last night. That was one of the coolest nights that, I don't know what I'm getting into. I don't know what I'm doing every time I log into this. And to experience what I experienced last night was just tremendous. And a big shout out to Aiden in the chat for letting me know it was time to go to bed. All right, so he was probably right. So he was worried about my coworkers the next day. Yes, my house was empty. So, but anyway, yeah. So last night is kind of like the Bears, what we had hoped for in the preseason. That's what we had talked about. They're going to get DJ Moore the ball. Fields is going to he's going to have the option to run around. He's going to make plays. It's almost as if the first couple weeks, I don't want to say are an aberration, but the way I look at it, I know he made those comments, right? I'm trying to be to this, I'm trying to be to that. I looked at it more like, when you learn something new and you put it in your bag, you want to use it maybe 15, 20% of the time, not 60% of the time yet. So he's still doing what they taught him, but he's kind of rolled back how often he's going to do that and play more like himself. So I really enjoyed watching him last night. Obviously, DJ Moore was crazy. But I thought the Bears looked for real last night, and maybe a little hope of giving the Lions a run for their money in the division if they can get back on track.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin Fields and DJ Moore hooked the player up. Hook the player up. I ain't going front. And then honestly, even in the leagues that I started somehow because I'm having Gino and Justin Fields on buys and such. Last night was good for fantasy.
Yes.
Very good. In terms of the Bears, I think that this is a sign of them getting things kind of back on track. It kind of very much is fitting the narrative of last year. And what many people were bringing into this year, when it comes to Justin Fields. Oh, well, from weeks 4 on, he ended the season as QB4, You know, he's right behind Mahomes and Allen in that category, and the likes of those tiers. Many had him, you know, being the favorite to win MVP. He was the betting favorite on many sports books to win the MVP above the likes of, again, Mahomes, Herbert, so on and so forth. I find how the Bears narrative is shaping up very similar to last year. I find it. How do I say? I don't want to use the word unique, but it's interesting. It's interesting. You should be coming out playing football right out the gate, top-notch football. Not waiting till fucking week 4 to kind of get your shit together. Heading into week 5, you know, now you look like the team that we all thought that you could be, because you already are behind Detroit. You know, the Packers have looked fairly decent, especially as long as they have Luke Musgrave in that lineup. Now they're starting to click, and if I'm those other teams in the North, maybe I'm looking at the Bears. I'm like, they're becoming what we knew that they thought they could be. Maybe I'm starting to become a little worrisome. Maybe this would be one of those teams that sneaks up from behind the pack and really makes a playoff push and really tries to get a wild card.
I mean, we used to watch DJ Moore in Carolina and go, imagine if he had a real quarterback and he could be part of a game plan where they really made him the focus. Imagine how great. And then did he provide that last night? I mean, they obviously made it a point to get him the ball. As you know, Leafs defense sucks points out here. It's going to be interesting. Is even if they don't hold the number 1 pick next year, they could hold the number 1 pick via that other pick that's coming from Carolina. So, and there are, I mean, obviously, you're going to take the quarterback out of USC. Even if Fields does well, and it's crazy. So he may not even hold his own fate in his hands, which is crazy.
Definitely going to be interesting, and it makes it tough in fantasy wise. You know how things move forward for you after last night's matchup, after last night's game. If you had to face against Justin Fields and DJ Moore, best of freaking luck to you. For real. Daniel, yeah, what's good? Happy Friday, bro.
Definitely.
Del Rio Rivera speaking Chinese soon. Bro, yeah, let me touch on that really quick.
Definitely.
Exactly. It is on the show.
Touch on the Commanders.
What in the bloody fucking hell, Ron Rivera? To not put our offense out there first and to give them the ball first. From that moment, I was like, oh, well, we're fucked. There was no reason to not put our offense out there first. You need to start putting more faith in Sam Howell, giving Sam Howell more control. The kid can play football. He's a damn good fucking football player. Let the kid spin.
Yep.
Like, I feel that there's a piece of Rivera that is holding the team back. That Riverboat Ron shit, that gambling shit it's dead, bro. Like I understand, going out there and trying to take your shots, but I mean, following the loss of Philly, I felt like, okay, maybe now you come out against the Bears, maybe coach a little bit more conservatively, maybe not, take as many gambles. You took a gamble right away to start off the game by allowing their offense to be able to go out there and put up points first. It should have been us at home. At home, it should have been us to get the ball first. It should have been us to go out there and draw blood first. There's no reason to start the game off at home kicking in a fucking packed house.
Because Belichick did that in the early days, is that why it's the accepted way to go now? We always have to go defense. I heard Kurt Warner say the other day he used to pray they lost the coin toss so their offense could get on the field and they could get a 7-0 lead right away. And he used to hate it when they went on defense. I mean, I get the whole second half thing, but I think you're right. In a game like this last night of two even-ish teams, then yes, take that ball. Let's go. Let's give it to our kid. Let's play some offense.
Yep. You should have put the fucking offense out there first. It was just it didn't seem he didn't seem like very enthused or anything. There wasn't emotion from Riverboat Ron. Not a fan of the way that he handled the game last night. Del Rio done as defensive coordinator. Do not want Del Rio as defensive coordinator no more. Two boomer coaches, yeah, exactly. EB, I think that the EB is they need to give EB a little bit more control. You know, he's the one on that staff that has the most Super Bowl rust on him. You know, give him the reins, let him lead. I don't give a fuck if he coaches, a little too hard. Deal with it. We've all played for coaches that coach hard and that bring the best out of players. Right now, I don't feel like Rivera's getting the best out of us. On the bright side, though, shout out to Justin Fields and DJ Moore getting me like the bag in multiple fucking leagues yesterday, and even Sam Howell. Like Sam Howell actually cooked for fantasy purposes yesterday. Brian Robinson just had an off night. That was odd.
Do you think Rivera is kind of resigned that he's out? New ownership group. I mean, what was he really going to do there in that division to save his job? I mean, to win the division, it wasn't going to happen. He's got to come in second ahead of Dallas or Philly to hope to make the playoffs. You get the new ownership group, new expectations, talking new stadium, back in the old RFK footprint. I mean, do you think he's kind of resigned to the fact that he's out?
I think that he knows that he's on the way out. I think that he knew that when we brought in Bieniemy. I think that everybody kind of knew that Bieniemy was brought in to kind of take the reins. We've been waiting for EB to get a head coaching job. I've always said that Washington would be the perfect spot for him. EB has all the weapons. The offense looked good. For the amount of time that we had the ball, time possession wasn't necessarily in our favor. We couldn't really get anything going, but I also put that on the head coach going out there and wanting to put our defense on the field first. You already know that you know that between us, Denver, and Chicago, we allow the most points scored to opposing offenses. What the fuck is the point of starting a game like that?
Let's start 7-0 down. Let's just do that.
That was fucking stupid. And I hate when coaches are like, the analytics say this and the analytics said that. Motherfucker, the analytics was right in front of your face. I could go on to the goddamn ESPN app, scroll to the motherfucking bottom, and any singular matchup, and it'll tell me exactly what defense allows points for.
Yep.
I have built fucking parlays that I've won just by doing that. Just be like, who the fuck allows this? Oh, well, now I think the deductive reasoning says the spread will be covered. Fucking idiot.
And the Bears defensive line going into last night was giving up bottom 5 in QB pressure coming into that game for the first 3 weeks. And they were able to get enough done. And once they were behind, they had no choice. The poor quarterback, give the kid a break. Let's give a 7-0 lead instead.
And barely utilize Hal's rushing abilities. The kid can run and also the kid can pass 388 fucking yards.
Yep.
The kid can pass. Let him fucking spin. 4 carries for 19 yards. He should have probably maybe had 30, 35 rushing yards. Like, utilize his legs. This kid ran for fucking 800 yards at UNC.
Yes, they were good. They were fun to watch.
Like he has wills. He has wills. And I know that this team can be something. Terry was 4 for 5, 49 yards. Brian Robinson, 6 carries. Only 6 carries for fucking Brian Robinson. Why the fuck were we giving Antonio Gibson that much burn last night?
Because we decided to go down 7-0 before the clock. I mean, just to give away 7-0 and eliminate one of our weapons from the game.
It's last night made from beginning to fucking end. It did not look like the Washington at the beginning of the season. It very much looked like old school Jay Gruden-esque Washington. It's like, let's just go out and do dumb shit. Like, I'm not talking about that Washington that had LaFleur and McVay on that staff. No, I'm talking about when the group project broke the fuck up. And then the person that was taking credit for the group project had to be by himself and actually goddamn do all the work himself, Gruden. That's what Washington looked like last night. And I don't like that. Because we're better than that. We've gotten better than that.
And I hadn't thought about the whole kickoff thing and who takes it, but you're so right. And so many teams that rely, like, let's take the Titans, all right? They want to run the ball. They want to establish the run. Them ever not taking the ball first, to me, should be criminal. Because having a 7-0 lead is based, the fundamental basis of the rest of their game plan.
Yeah, it builds momentum.
Yes.
What's good, Albert?
Especially teams like that, Robbie. Great point tonight. Great point.
For the talent that we have offensively, you just saw us go back and forth with the best fucking team in the league. Second best, we'll touch on the other first. But you just saw us go tit for tat in the game that we should have won. I cut you slack for not going for the for not going for the 2-point conversion and possibly pocketing the win early.
I'm going back to look at that game.
Losing last night to the Bears, giving them the ball first. Come on. No.
Robert, you know what Washington did last week? They got the ball first, and they went down the field on a 8-minute drive to a Curtis Samuel rushing for a 1-yard touchdown and take a 7-point lead. They took half the first quarter, went down there and shoved the ball right down the Eagles' throat, just like you're talking about. And last night, they gave the other opponent the chance to do that to them.
Bro, it pissed me off. It was terrible for us to win the coin toss and then defer. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Let's get into some NFL action here for Sunday. We do have a very long day Sunday. Don't worry, chat. I will be back 100% running and gunning by Sunday. Voice will be back prepared. We'll be fine. I know I told you guys I was going to try and live stream all day tomorrow for college football, but we got to see how I wake up tomorrow. We got to see how that works out for real.
I got the house to myself again tomorrow. I got no plan, so you hit me up. I'm going to be doing nothing but watching games anyway.
Bro, it's all about the grind. The Cincinnati Bengals take on the Arizona Cardinals this week. Is this where Joe Burrow can bounce back? Is this a bounce back for Burrow?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this is trouble. I still don't think he's healthy. He can't throw the ball down the field, or he's really struggling to. I mean, he says he felt better coming off this week than he did any other week. Well, obviously, you're 3 weeks away from it. But still, I don't think he's got that. And the Cards got something going a little bit. The rocket science quarterback is the freaking rocket scientist is the best. He's out there, yeah, he's the freaking. I love that he's a brain like that. And they took him and they're playing him, and he's doing smart things, and the defense is rounding into shape. So, I don't think this is I think the Cards could win this game too.
It's a 3-point game. For Vegas to have this as a 3-point spread to a team that clearly did not get the fucking memo that they were supposed to be tanking. 44 and a half over under. Really quick from a fantasy standpoint, give me Hollywood Brown in this game. Give me James Conner. Give me Michael Wilson. If you have the whole Geno, Justin Herbert bye week situation going on, Watson or no, yeah, they're on by next week. They're on by next week. But if I have no problems inserting a la Joshua Dobbs into a lineup to combat bye weeks. Yeah, I have no problem. Dobbs is this year's Geno. Okay, everyone keeps saying that, and I get the comparison because kind of like the whole story and everything between the two. But Dobbs is competent. Dobbs can fucking play football. I don't know if when Kyler Murray's fully healthy. Kyler, I love you, bro. You know I do. Kyler, you're awesome. You're amazing. Friend of the network.
Friend of the family. That's right.
But I don't know, bro. And I'm sorry to tell you that. Arizona finds themselves in this weird position where it's like, well, we could, tank but we already know that Caleb Williams doesn't want to play here. Well, then, and we already got a bunch of bullshit going on with the front office and, the whole, like you mentioned before, the cell phone situation and Kime and everyone getting fired.
Disaster.
Yeah. So it's maybe I can. They're already talking about possibly sending Hollywood to the Carolina Panthers,
which I love for them.
When you brought Hollywood for Kyler, this is looking like that maybe Kyler isn't going to come back to this team. You just rock out with Josh Dobbs, bro. And so what if you fucking end up winning a couple of games? Caleb didn't want to come to your team anyways.
No, right. So I wouldn't even worry about that. I agree with you. I wouldn't even worry about that. He doesn't want to go there anyway. I agree. But the interesting part is if you don't let him come back and play, you have no value to him, right? I mean, he's going to have no value. I mean, you look at the Falcons, right? Oh, my gosh. They have got to be chomping at the bit for a Justin Fields, to become available or something crazy like that they can go plug in. Because otherwise, I think that yeah. I mean, they need something because it's not Ritter. So I think the Cardinals have to play him to get some value back. But it's a catch-22. If he plays well, you get more value, but your pick's less. If he plays like shit, your pick's better, but you get more. So, yeah, they're kind of stuck. Because if he doesn't play, what do they get for him? A pair of thirds? I mean, off injury?
Yeah, you'll probably get a couple seconds or something.
A pair of seconds? Yeah, but you're not going to get anything.
What you yeah. No, Arizona's in a weird position. I think Arizona can cover in terms of the Cincinnati side of the coin. I think this is where Burrow can get it together. I'm not starting Burrow in all of my leagues, but there are a few where I'm like, we're gonna try and risk it to get the biscuit. We're gonna see what you can do.
So is he healthy? You think healthy enough, or you think he can battle through it enough?
Just battle through it and get me 34 fantasy points. Post me a 30 burger, and I'll be like, okay, we're good. You don't got to just fill it. You don't even got to Sam Howlett.
All right. So this is a real choice for me. You ready? Do I start Burrow, or do I start, and the name's going to blow my mind right now, but the Niners quarterback?
Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy. Who would you start, Burrow or Purdy?
I am actually doing that in a league. I'm starting Purdy over Burrow.
Are you? Okay. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Same choice.
But there's also a league where I am still starting Burrow. And I was like,
yeah, there we go. Here we go. Goff or Burrow, Zachary says, right? Yep. Similar.
Golf.
The only thing that scares me is ASB being out.
Golf. What's up, Matt? What's up?
What's up, Matt?
30 burger, but it depends on your scoring format. Hal in one league got me 41. In another, he had gotten me 38. And then there's another one where he got me.
Yeah, he got me Zachary, 20, I'm with you. You can't trust him.
In a regular one, he got me like 25.42, which I mean, still like I'm with. He wasn't that far behind Justin Fields in that league, who had 32.9. So, I mean, yeah. It all depends on your settings. Robbie, yeah. This dab goes out to you for being a real one. I know. I'm doing this stream with fucking fighting with blown vocal cords, bro. Like.
Well, you know, the option of my mug in the middle of the screen going solo on Robbie's Friday night was not going to happen. So Robbie was definitely coming in tonight sick to hang out with me.
Oh, no, I was making sure the show. One thing about show business, man, is the show must go on. Like,
show must go on. That's right.
Yeah. No, I feel like you can't trust Burrow.
No.
I like the idea of cards covering 3. I feel like Bengals by McPherson extra point.
That defense has been playing well. They've been sneaky decent.
See, yeah, Cincinnati's defense is actually really, really tough, and I think that can hold them in the game. They can, be able to get Burrow opportunities to go out there and look like he could be Burrow again. I mean, in this Cardinals defense has allowed opposing teams to score points.
Right, and if it's true that he couldn't have hurt it worse, we're probably at about the time now, 6 to 7 weeks since the initial injury, and he came back early. So if he couldn't hurt it worse, maybe now he's healthy enough that, I mean, that's what you're, banking on, I guess.
Yeah, one would hope. One more thing, kind of with this game that I want to actually look into or check out for you guys here. Arizona allowing opposing teams 263 passing yards. So they will let you go to the air. They'll let you go to the air on them. Definitely something interesting that I find. Maybe possible that it's a big Jamar Chase day, a big Tyler Boyd day. We're still waiting to hear if Higgins is going to choose to fight through. I know Jamar Chase was on record stating, hey, man, like you probably shouldn't, he's like, only you know your body, but, I'm going to be here, be a good teammate and support you. I think that you fire up your Bengals this week and you just kind of hope for the best. And if they can't get it done against Arizona, then it's dog shit the rest of the season.
So do they look to trade Higgins?
With the strong
Higgins to Carolina, is that what's going to happen?
No. I think it's Hollywood to Carolina. For real. I think it's Hollywood to Carolina. It just seems like a Carolina thing to do. Let's see here. Thoughts on Colts upsetting Titans. Thoughts on the Colts upsetting the Titans. That spread is at 2.5. Anthony Richardson's balling out of his fucking mind right now.
He's only going to get better every week.
Yeah, and he's only going to get better. I think that, yes, that is definitely doable. I love that play. You can actually get them as the dog right now at plus 110. Vegas clearly showing that, saying that can be an upset. It's a chan always. It's a chan. But the presence
always.
of
it's always, especially with Madison, or it's never Madison. Maybe that's the better. I mean,
yeah. Madison showed up and showed out a little last week.
But I can't. He's got to do it more than 1 week for me to even think about.
Yeah, he's got to do it.
To think of picking him out of these two choices.
And it's against the Chiefs. It's definitely going to be a chance for me, man. I'm not too concerned about Miami losing to Buffalo last week. It's Buffalo. Buffalo always has their number. It's just something that I feel like as a football fan, you kind of get used to is Buffalo beating Miami 10 times out of 10.
It's true. It's true.
That's
true.
Yeah, it's definitely a chance. I don't even think.
Yeah, Matt. Just so you know, I love Houston. Just so you know, they don't need. If they get Higgins, they'd be unfair. So please, that would be unfair with those wide receivers right now. They're tearing it up. I love what they're doing down there. Love what they're doing down there. You may hear this. You may hear Houston come out of my mouth a little later on in the show. Actually,
so, I think Houston's perfectly fine with their receivers. I think that they're happy. They're okay. But by the way, speaking of Miami, when we really quick, going back to Calvin's question, Miami's available on waiver wires, folks. I don't know why fucking people aren't picking up on the fact that they played the Giants.
Yes.
Go start Miami's defense. I'm doing it, and I'm going to win in that league. Well, I probably am already going to win in that league because I am the highest scoring team in that league week in and week out. And I did also play a little DJ Moore. And I accidentally benched Justin Fields in that league when I played Sam Howell, and I'm perfectly fine. I'm like completely fucking fine in that league. Poor guy doesn't even. I put up in last night's really quick in that league. I put up the same amount of points that this poor fucker put up last week as a whole entire fantasy team. Like I am raw dogging this shit out of that league. I'm 3-1, and in the 1 week that I lost by like 2 points, like 2.5 points. Like, yeah. We are going to get into that, Zach. I'm waiting on someone. I'm trying to stall a little bit, as you guys see, because I think that someone's backstage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. Who do we got?
I can see you. I am going to go ahead, though, at this time and kind of bring up Mike.
Nice.
What's up, Mike?
What up, boys?
What's up, Mike?
What's up?
This is good because I definitely need to go and make more tea
You're good?
in a minute. Yeah. Getting into the very next topic here. I'm actually going to flip it around because we were just kind of talking about Miami, so I'll stay on that. Chase Claypool finds himself traded to the Miami Dolphins. Is this an opportunity for Claypool to reinvent himself in that Mike McDaniel's offense? Or is this just another case of Claypool being a bust? You remember that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and like Will Smith sitting in the living room, in the empty ass living room, and he's like, well, nobody want me. Yeah. Is Claypool that at this moment? Mike, go ahead. Welcome to the show.
All right. So I'm in a group chat with a fellow Miami Dolphin fan that Robbie knows personally. And that person is very excited about this move. I think he's dumb. I do think that this is not a move that Claypool is going to do great in the sense of he's not going to be relevant. He's just there as a body.
They have Braxton Berrios.
They got Berrios, but here's the reason he's going to produce a little bit. Tyreek Hill might be the tallest wide receiver they have. Okay?
True.
They got Schmidgets at wide receiver. Okay?
I mean, yeah, because Crawcraft is hurt, so yeah.
I mean, and he's more of a tight end who played wide out just because he had the bigger body. What I think this is actually going to, so I think they're going to use him as a red zone threat more than they'll use him anywhere else. But what I think this actually opens up, and I know this isn't technically about Claypool, but I don't give a rat's ass. What this is going to open up for the Mike McDaniel offense, it's going to open up them being able to use the tight end position of Smythe in more of the way that he wants to use, like they did Kittle, because now he's got another big body that he can use, where he hasn't had that yet to be able to use. So could Claypool have wide receiver 3 flex weeks? Yes. Do I want to have him as that roster clogger? Not until I see it.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Mike. I mean, to me, this is one of those moves that I don't think it's going to move the needle a whole lot in fantasy. It's not going to move the needle a whole lot in the NFL. You may get a couple key catches. This is about him and his career. I mean, this is really – he got traded from Pittsburgh for a reason, and now the Bears are pulling the plug on him and sent him to Miami for a bag of balls. So basically, if he isn't able to at least buy into a program – be part of a team and do what he needs to do and fill that, like you're saying, that unique role. He's going to have a role to fill. And if he's not capable of filling a role, which is being part of a team, this could be the last stop.
I think that it definitely could be the last stop for him, because a lot of his issues have been like locker room, work ethic type of situations. And they've been with coaches where it's that give guys opportunities and try and put guys in position to be great, to utilize some of their assets, some of their physical abilities, and get the best out of them. You couldn't fucking survive in Mike Tomlin's system. Then you went to the sucky ass Bears, and then you couldn't fit in there. This is your opportunity, kind of like you guys were saying, this is your opportunity to be the jump ball guy. Use your size, use your height,
your role.
Get in the red zone, be that threat to go up there and catch at the high point. This is a chance for Claypool to reinvent himself. Maybe get 750, 800 yards.
And Robbie, like you said, Craycraft is out. You know what? I mean, Craycraft can be whatever he is, but you know what? We know his name because he's got a role in that offense. And if he could maybe fill that role and get his name mentioned as much as Craycraft did, at this point, I'd call that a success.
Well, the other thing I was going to bring up is, you have a problem, and I agree with you, Robbie, 100% about if you can't make it with Tomlin, there's an issue. The whole thing with not making it with the Bears, I'm not giving them a pass, but that's different than the Tomlin situation. But when you are being told to stay home, and I'd rather have the other St. Brown play in your position, I have an issue.
Yeah. And Pittsburgh's going to give you tons of chances as a wide receiver. They've proven they will draft deeper wide receivers, and you're going to play. So they have a success of hitting home runs with wide receivers. So the fact that they got rid of them and didn't keep them, to me, says a lot too.
Really quick, George, kind of going to your trade. It's Tua, Waddle, and Pollard, which is what George has, for Burrow, Chase, and Kenneth Walker, or Waddle and Pollard for Tyreek Hill and Ramondre Stevenson. Me personally, I don't want anything to do with the Bengals right now.
Good
Like
point.
like I just mentioned when we were covering the Cardinals game. This is the week that they can maybe look good. They can try and get something. But how far they're actually going to go and how much they can actually get back on track and like the Cincinnati Bengals that we knew, I don't think so. So I don't want the Burrow side. What's up?
So since I wasn't here, I just want to chime in really quick on this situation, since I know we're also trying to fill time with 3 people. When it comes to the Chase thing and the trade, I know I wasn't paying attention to the details super extensively, but this just shows. I'll give you my take on it in one statement. I am in a dynasty league that I am in first place in. Don't have the highest points, but I've gotten lucky on the matchups.
Yeah, you got some wins.
And I put Jamar Chase on the block. That shows you
Dynasty.
Yeah. I just put Jamar Chase on the block. I'm trying to get I will downgrade just a little bit and get a second rounder or maybe a late first. I'd rather downgrade. Like, I think the Waddles, the St. Browns are closer to him now than he is closer to J-Jeff with the way the Bengals are playing.
With the way that the Bengals are playing, I don't want. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
To the Bengals, Mike. My take on the Bengals game, since I know you guys already talked about it, right, Jeff? You guys already talked about the Bengals game?
Yep.
Okay, here's my take on the Bengals game. Straight up, Arizona Cardinals with the win.
That's what we were that's kind of where we were leaning, you know.
I picked Dobbs as a start.
Robbie
from my thing.
Robbie thinks that the defense and Burrow's going to be enough to get that done. I was the other way. The chat was the same way. They were calling for an upset.
It's going to be close, but I think they're going to pull it off at the end. Dobbs has the fourth most rushing yards by a quarterback so far this year. And Cincinnati's defense has given up the third most rushing yards to QBs.
Oh, shit. Well, that's a stat, Mike. Well done. Well done. That's a great, and Dobbs is just playing so clean, you know. I mean, I think he puts them in the right position. They have a chance. I really think they do. And unless Burrow's healthy, I think that defense is going to give him a lot of trouble.
Let me ask you this: what do you think about Mixon for fantasy purposes?
I think if the Bengals win, it's because of Mixon. So I would play Mixon because hoping that the Bengals win. But if I have a good other option, like we were talking about, with Burrow, we would sit Burrow for Goff. We would sit Burrow for other. So I think all the Bengals right now are up for options of being sat if you have another good option.
So I disagree I disagree with one notion of that. 100% agree with the Burrow factor. I think Mixon is the one player on the Bengals that can have a good game, win or lose.
Yeah. Just because of the fact that he's a running back. Yeah.
And he's going to get so many opportunities.
Yeah, he's going to have the opportunities, and he can still be good in the pass and the run game. So if they're ahead, he'll run the ball. If they're behind, he'll get some touches still. I completely agree about sitting Burrow, though.
Yeah. So and then also to George, going into your trade, the Stevenson part, is a drop off from Pollard, but in a trade, you're that's going to happen.
You have to give it a take.
Yeah, it's a give and take. Like you have to give and take. If you're wanting the Tyreek Hill, you're gonna definitely give and take in that. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way that's just the way the cookie crumbles in that situation.
And sometimes you're not going to win every trade if it's better for. I'd rather lose a trade and know it's still better for my team than try to get that 50-50 or try to like you know how there's those people that have to
Great
get 60
point, Mike.
There's people that have to go that 60-40 every time and have to win the trade.
Yep.
I traded
Great
Kyron.
point.
I traded Kyron early in the year and maybe could have waited another week and got a little more for him, but I would rather have gotten rid of him then and got what I got than have him had a bad week and then shit the bed. And then I'm only getting a third or a fourth.
Especially in a dynasty type league.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take it on, you can take a right and a left this year knowing that, you're making the right decision for your team going forward and that you're going to get a better return than what you gave up.
Well, I traded
great point.
Well, Jeff, I traded Kyron and a third for a first.
Oh my God!
Definitely,
Every day. Oh my God! It's like run to the bank with that. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Mike. That's phenomenal to me. I mean, as a dynasty player, that is tremendous return, and it's smart. I mean, what's the long? And now we're seeing the numbers come back about Kyron and his averages, and now we're seeing a few weeks compared to everyone else, and his averages are actually really low.
Yep.
That's a pretty solid lineup, and you could play Pacheco over Stevenson pretty much with confidence.
So to that point, Robbie, I just want to, I am probably the most critical of my team's running backs because you know how I felt about CEH and even Pacheco last year. I can't believe that he's a must start in every league. He's becoming a must start.
He's a must start.
Pacheco's becoming a must start, and I did not think that was going to happen. I thought he was going to be a matchup play going into the year.
Yeah, Pacheco's a must start this year, heading in every week. James Conner's a must start, heading in every
James
week.
Conner for sure.
Aaron Jones definitely a must start this week.
It's a must start and hold your breath.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm doing the same. Exactly. You hope the week and a half off is enough. You hold your breath. I'm with you.
The Raiders are letting opposing running backs just run rough shot all
hands down. They are. Hold on. Or
I think they allow the most fantasy points to opposing running backs or some shit like that.
It's going to be close. It's not. I know for a fact it's not number one, but I know it's close.
I'm giving up 2 quality must starts just for Tyreek Hill if Stevenson is borderline only flex viable. No, because you have Pacheco and Christian Watson. Like Waddle has not been. They haven't been working Waddle in, so you're not really losing much there.
Raiders are in the middle of the pack, but they're giving up 20 points per game to running backs in half PPR.
I mean, you're really only losing Tony Pollard, George. Because you're going to have two. You're going to have the Tua Hill stack, which is way more profitable than the Tua Waddle stack.
Yep.
So you're upgrading there. You're losing Pollard, but Pacheco can be perfectly fine for you. Aaron Jones can be perfectly fine for you. Stevenson will have his, weeks here and there. I mean, that Patriots offense just fucking sucks. So you like Diggs, Tyreek, Jones, and Stevenson better than Diggs, Waddle, Pollard, Jones?
Diggs.
Yes,
I'm looking at that.
Waddle's the odd man out in that one.
Yeah. He's a maybe. Well, yeah, he's a number 2. He's a great number 2, but he's the number 2 on the team, where Tyreek is the by far number 1.
And you're not even going to be starting Stevenson. You're starting fucking Pacheco. Okay, you're starting Pacheco.
I've never seen a man try to put his foot through the turf as hard as I do feel like when I watch Pacheco. He puts that foot down.
I feel like one day he's just gonna like hurt his biceps by just the way he runs through the hole.
Oh my God!
Bro,
yep.
That man's when he scores and he starts doing the Jersey Club dance. I love that shit. Isaiah Pacheco brought Jersey Club to the world.
No riot,
bro. I love it. I love it. Let's see here. Kind of want to get in. I want to get you guys' take really quick before we get into halftime. Before we get into the battles of the undefeated, I'll leave that for the other side of the show.
Yeah, leave it.
Wait, Mike, do you think this was Ron Rivera's time? He's up.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Was that already brought up?
We discussed that. We discussed that.
Yeah, we caught that early.
Okay,
Yeah.
so ask me a question. Robbie, since we do have a little bit of time, give me my question for Thursday Night Football.
I am.
Is that my question?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Usually,
Well, just glance over. Yeah, just glance over like Thursday Night Football in general.
God, you want to know how bad I hate Thursday Night Football this week? After I checked my lineups at midnight last night before I fell asleep after writing my article, I got a league that, no, I got a league that I have no fields. I have no fields. I got DJ Moore's. I got Logan Thomas's, but I went up against a league that has Fields, Thomas, and DJ Moore.
Oh shit!
And guess what? There's a 3-point bonus for every touchdown over 50 yards.
Oh shit!
I think it's like 112 to. Oh, and by the way, that league I started Gibson.
Put a little salt in that wound. Put a little salt there.
That's all I'm saying about the game. Let's get to Mr. Riverboat Ron Rivera.
Yeah.
Ron Rivera at this point of the season is not the issue. I do think he's going to be gone at the end of the year. I do. I've said that from week one. Robbie, you know how it is on the West Coast with a certain individual, and I'm going to bring him up in a second. But when you have somebody with the gonads, like he does, he's had gonads since 1980-something when he played all 5 positions in one game. When you got Magic Johnson calling your heart and your soul,
that hurts,
and your freaking fortitude as a man on the freaking football field, he's calling your manhood into question. Okay, so that ripples down from the players all the way down. Okay,
and Terry agreed with them, and Terry had agreed with them.
And I know you feel certain ways about certain players on your team, Robbie. So I'm not trying to shit on your team. That's not what I'm doing right here. But did you see the next gen stats of the DJ Moore routes?
Bro.
Kyle Fuller needs to go freaking get his freaking.
He needs to get his life to fuck together.
Okay. But besides that, and the reason I bring Kyle Fuller in is to bring it full circle. I would not fire Ron Rivera right now. Jack Del Rio, you're gone tomorrow.
Yeah, Jack Del Rio.
Jack Del Rio needs to be gone before next week. Jack Del Rio needs to be gone now. I think Jack Del Rio needs to be gone now.
I don't think if Ron gets fired, I think that we get an opportunity to see the offensive coordinator come up and be the coach. But I think if he gets fired at the end of the season, we're not going to see Bieniemy in there. He's not going to be a full option. You think he could be an option even if they wait till the end of the season?
Yeah. You want to know why?
Yeah, that's a very Washington thing to do.
Bieniemy, not even that, Robbie. This is coming from a Chiefs fan. This isn't coming from an NFL fan. This is coming directly biased opinion as a Chiefs fan. And Robbie knows where I'm going with this because I've said this for 2 years. Bieniemy has deserved a head coaching job way before 2023.
Don't disagree.
I don't think he would have gone there if he didn't think that was a possibility after 2023.
I don't think the new ownership group bought into that necessarily.
I'm not saying they did, but I still think there's a chance that he will. The reason I don't like the idea of Ron Rivera getting fired now, if Ron Rivera got fired now, they can't afford to get rid of Jack Del Rio on top of it. Because I honestly think they would. I honestly think they would not make Bieniemy the interim head coach.
You think they do Del Rio?
I think they would make Del Rio the interim and let Bieniemy focus on the offense.
Oh, that'd be even worse. So I agree with you. Yeah, that would be even worse to me. Yeah, that would be even worse to me, Mike.
Yeah,
Well, the thing is, Robbie, if they were to fire Ron Rivera tomorrow morning on Saturday, is it to resurrect the season or to throw the season in the dumpster?
It would be to throw the season in the dumpster, but we're not.
And that's why Washington would hire Jack Del Rio as the interim. If they were doing it to resurrect, it wouldn't be Del Rio. But I agree with Robbie, because it is to reset the season. That's why they would let Del Rio be the interim.
Awesome. Yeah, got it. Awesome. Great takes, Mike. I love it. Great stuff.
I think that is Josh Harris is going to do exactly what he said at the beginning of the season. We're going to give you a fighting chance, Ron. And if it's not, what we're wanting and what we feel like the fans deserve at the end of the season.
And when you see that, when you see that tweet from Magic, he's obviously not endorsing the current staff.
No.
Any of them.
He's not even endorsing the 53 people on the roster.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Totally agree, Mike. Totally agree.
Oh yeah,
Robbie, Chase Young's not there next year.
No. I think that Washington retools a whole hell of a lot. Last night, from a rugby standpoint, was some bullshit. Night was some bullshit in regards to reffing. And they even talked about it this morning on Good Morning Football.
It wasn't great. Okay, I'm not going to say it was great. I'm not saying that. But it was still bad. Okay, that play at the end, you should not have DJ Moore should not have had that third TD.
Bro.
I know the third one. You should have had the third one. That's crazy even to say.
We should have never even let them get the fucking ball first.
Well, I know.
Claypool getting passed around like a blunt, but nothing is blazing. But in all seriousness, Claypool could be a good fit in Miami. Sucks to see him struggle. He had so much hype. Yeah, we just talked. We talked about that earlier. No, bro. Like I said, this is a chance for him to reinvent himself. Kind of hopefully be plugged and played in the Miami offense every here and there, kind of like Crawcraft was, kind of like how Barrios is used. Maybe he can go and be the jump ball guy down there in the red zone, but. Yeah, he's been passed around more than a $2 hooker in Vegas.
That's funny.
Let's go ahead. We're gonna get into halftime real quick.
You want to do one more? One more or just straight into half?
I was just gonna go straight into half.
That's fine. I just want to make sure. That's all.
Yep. On the other side, we are going to be talking about one of the greatest all-time rivalries in the NFL, probably one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL. We'll be covering Cowboys 49ers. We're also going to be covering Eagles Rams on the other side of the show, getting you guys our picks for that. We also have our must-starts for fantasy football and our best bets of the week. So get ready, get your pens and papers out, get your rosters out. We're going to go over our must-starts. We will be back on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, other side of the show. See you in a bit. Dilly.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I bought in Miami with no land, I got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, don't turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Shots to your deep, but the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good.
First street swinging, swerving. Man, this bad as gone as I'll ever be. My nigga Tevin told me keep on talking that shit to these niggas, it's scared of me. So I'm going track after track, put my town on my back, tryna prove I'm that nigga. Scratch that, only half black, but I'm so twice a nigga that these niggas could ever be. No one ahead of me. I'm Texas forever, my nigga, like 936 247 365. Pull up off the whip, rim still in drive. All my niggas back in Duggan Tall Timbers, love that. 6th Street shorty still down for me ever since I was a young nigga pushing hubcaps, yeah. I'm Texas forever. That's 281-330 800. Still tipping like it's still 2004. Young nigga from the north side, but I'm used to rapping. Still keep it so south side, like I'm Lil Kiki back in 97. Boy, they treat me like a legend. That's north side shit, south side shit, yeah. West side nigga, east side bitch, man. Look, third coast Wody, everybody know me, yeah. All in a day, and when this come on, I bet all of them say I'm Texas forever, I'm Texas forever, my nigga. I'm Texas forever, I'm Texas forever, my nigga. No one do it better, tell me who doing it better, my nigga. Cause I'm Texas forever, I'm Texas forever, my nigga. 2nd Street banging, burning. Man, this bad as bloated as I'll ever be. Young nigga cooking like hard and might fuck up the recipe. Fuck you expect from me. Back from the H like I left some. These days, all I worry about is my girl and my check coming. Fuck nigga think that's a charity, give me some clarity. East side shorty, west side nigga, south side story, get the bigger picture, yeah. Back then, hoes didn't want me like Mike said, they wasn't fucking with you. Mixtape later, I can feel Toyota full of hella hoes just tryna fuck a nigga, yeah. I'm Texas forever, I'm Texas forever, my nigga. Had to trade in the Chevy, the Lexus look better, my nigga. Casio gang, you can tell by my wrist and my necklace, my nigga. Just a kid from the H, they fuck with me heavy as precious, my nigga. That's north side shit, south side shit, yeah. West side nigga, east side bitch, man. Third coast Wody, everybody know me, yeah. I did it all in a day. When this come on, I bet all of them say I'm Texas forever, I'm Texas forever, my nigga. I'm Texas forever, I'm Texas forever, my nigga. Don't no one do it better, tell me who doing it better, my nigga. Cause we Texas forever, I'm Texas forever, my nigga. Casio gang, y'all my niggas forever, my nigga. Look, shout out to Soli, you my nigga forever, my nigga. Shout out to Boogie and Casey, y'all my niggas forever, my nigga. Shout out to Quaker, Devin, y'all my niggas, my nigga. Shout out 11301, y'all my niggas forever, my niggas. Shout out my mama, you my mama forever, my nigga. Shout out my niggas, y'all my niggas forever, my nigga. Yeah, I'm Texas forever. All these structures make me anxious. Look, I'm just tryna fuck you, not them hoes you came with. Pull up on 6, slow, loud and banging. Yeah, Texas forever, still twisting my fingers. Texas forever, you speaking my language. Look, all in a day, bout to fuck up a Wednesday. Out in the field, tryna school me a deal. Put my name by that X like I'm Kimbe. I do it all for my team, just a young nigga covered in green like I'm Dende. We ain't no fucking compadres, comprende. Clutch city, crush city, whatever you call it. I stay where my friends stay, hands in, never hand out. Look, I had it, go get it, my nigga. Everybody say I'm the man now. Wrist moving in and out the kitchen, my nigga might pull up on 6 in the whip, whipping it. I'm just a young nigga getting it. All I had was the pot I was pissing in. Now everybody want pieces, percentages. I'm just trying to get my niggas over. I did the work that these niggas want. All this money, cash, cars, clothes, hoes. Coming in fast, but I'm sipping slow. Cause it's Texas forever. You already know. It's Floyd out that nigga.
All right. We are back. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. We got some games to cover.
Yes.
Mike is eating some like
Dude, I'm
sandwich.
so jealous. So I can't eat gluten, but I would break that for that sandwich right there. That thing is looking awesome.
Yo, gluten's in gluten's in everything. Like,
Dude, tell me about it, dude. I used to be fun and got to eat with that. Now I suck.
fuck that. I'd see. I'd be like, yo, I'm eating this shit. I don't care. Isn't it gluten just like bread?
No, it's basically bread, pasta, white, flour, stuff like that. Yeah.
Hi.
It's fucking stupid.
Look
Yeah,
at
that shit looks
Look
fire.
at you. That looks so good.
Yo, we put up
Damn.
last night 135 and 32 cents. Like, god damn. Last night was crazy.
So I don't know better. Is that like really abnormal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
How many times have you heard us do dono hype on a normal Friday night? Maybe once a week.
Like for a Thursday night, like that was crazy. And then like you don't see very many fantasy football channels
That was insane.
Yeah, there you go, Mike. What the fuck? Holy shit.
That was mac and cheese. And I don't care. Oh, guess what else I have? I have lumpia too.
Oh my gosh, lumpia is so good.
What I took away from last night was my disappointment that Rumboyz sign that you have over there, I can't hang because I have a drop ceiling, Gator says. So I think he took advantage of me being drunk to tell me that that's why I can't have one.
So Robbie, I have a question. I have a quick.
We need to make that a silver play button. What's up?
So I have a quick question before we get into the next segment. Who is the singer on that last track? Is that who I think it is?
The Roy Dell track.
Was that Roy? Okay, that's why I want to make sure that was Roy Dell. I didn't want to go. Was that Roy Dell? And it not be Roy Dell.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Let's get in. I feel like we have to lump both these teams kind of together.
Oh Lord.
That is the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. The Eagles take on the Rams and the 49ers take on the Dallas Cowboys this Sunday. Between these two unbeaten teams, is there an upset likely in either of these matchups? Could they possibly run into their match this week? Go inside these games. Let's break them down. 3.5 is the spread on the 49ers Dallas, and 4 is the Eagles Rams. Yes, you are starting all of your fantasy pieces in this game.
Where is the Eagles Rams game?
In LA, and 49ers is in San Fran.
I know that. Yeah, it's in San Fran.
You want to do one game at a time?
Do whatever you want. Mike, but you start.
Yep. Okay, so upset alert times 2. Hear me out. Hear me out before you give me that look.
I'm excited for this. This is sexy.
I'm gonna start with the day game because I know that my buddy's going to the Niner game, so I know that is the Sunday night football game. So I'm gonna start with the Eagles Rams. The Eagles offense is still not completely on track. Okay. The defense has been good, but where they can be beat is where the Rams can be good, especially if number 10 comes back. If number 10 comes back,
and reports are he is.
If he comes back, I know some people disagree with me, but Mr. Puka Nacua is going to have a drop if he comes back. But right now, they don't have a number 2 wide receiver. They got Puka, and they got Van Jefferson, who's running the 9 route and running the deep route to clear out for Puka. You still have Jefferson run the 9. You still have Jefferson run the clear out. Puka will still get some targets, just not as many. Higbee will be hurt a little bit too. But the thing is, Stafford will be able to throw the ball against this defense as long as the offensive line can hold up. Here's the thing. I know Robbie's going to tell me right now in his head, Robbie wants to tell me, but Mike, the offensive line sucks. Well, guess what? They do. But you know how you counteract that? You counteract that with freaking wicked, quick screens and slants to number 10. Okay? Cooper Kupp, if he is back, is going to be, I think he's going to be Cooper Kupp. I'm not saying he's going to be on a pace to get 120 catches. I'm not saying that. But he's going to be definitely productive. Kyron, like we mentioned earlier, Jeff, his averages haven't been great. He ain't going to do much. That defensive line on freaking Jordan Davis plays like 10 plays a game and still freaking produces like a motherfucker. They will eat up. I think they will eat up them in the pass game. I think this is actually going to be a higher scoring game. However,
the over-under is 50.5.
Okay. However, I said upset alert. I didn't say upset. Philadelphia wins this game, but it is closer than we think. It's going to be within a touchdown. I'm not saying they're going to cover, but going into the fourth quarter, it's going to be close going into the fourth quarter, and even it's going to take Philadelphia to do something in the fourth quarter to win the game. I know I'm going forever, but I don't care.
No.
Niners, Cowboys. Everyone is down on Dak. Dak is a sit. Dak is this. Dak is that. I am not saying that's not true, and I'm saying that because we are also doing fantasy. But here's the point. With the way that defense is playing, Dak doesn't have to be a top 8, top 10 fantasy quarterback for that team to freaking win games. However, they're going against CMC and Robbie's prima donna boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, Brock the Glock Purdy.
Black Purdy.
Okay. I don't think Debo is healthy. I don't think Debo is still healthy.
But they have Brandon Ayuk, and they got CMC, then
Hold
George
on.
Kittle, and Trent Williams.
That's what I was about to say. Where the hell is George freaking Kittle? Okay? You know what? On that field on Sunday, tomorrow night, if you go by what's been happening lately, Turd Ferguson is the better tight end.
Yep, Jake Bird.
Okay? CD Lamb will have an okay game. I think Pollard will have a decent game. But like I said upset alert. I didn't say upset. Neither team gets the loss. Cowboys get another loss. The problem with this game is I think this could lose it big in the fourth quarter. I'm taking the Niners on the spread. I'm staying away from the spread in the Eagles game. That's my take, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm with you to a point. So I think last time the Cowboys played CMC, they held them to 39 yards. I think the Cowboys adjusted to life without the back end with Diggs. I think their defense is better against the San Fran offense and the San Fran defense is against the Dallas offense. So I think the Dallas defense is going to do enough and keep them in the game and allow the Cowboys to win the game. It's going to be interesting to see how CMC is used. This is going to take everything Shanahan, the chess match between the offense and the defense is going to be phenomenal to watch. I can't wait. I'm so glad it's the Sunday night game. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm going to go with the Cowboys with the upset. On the other game, I think Mike, I think you hit it right on the head. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think the Rams That's right. The Rams are going to keep it closer than people think, but the Eagles are going to prevail. They just have too much. They just have too many skill positions, too many guys who will make plays. The one thing that is interesting is Fletcher Cox took a shot this week in the back. He's going to be out. So what does that do to the middle of that Eagle defense? And are the Rams able to do something to maybe exploit that? Obviously, we talked about Williams is not the great guy, but maybe they can do something to open up some holes there in the middle without Cox.
This is fucking stupid, man. This shit's like MMA math. This guy beats the other guy, but lost to the other guy and won against this guy who lost to this guy. For me, I'm gonna start with the morning game here. I think the Rams do come in and bring an upset. Having Cooper Kupp back, Puka Nacua, the way that Tutu Atwell can be utilized. It's just you're just dealing with too much. There's going to be too many deep shots. They're going to have that Philly secondary winded by middle of the third quarter. And I think that's when the Rams really can, take advantage and really apply, assert their dominance as a team. Rams at a plus 170 on the money line. It's a 4-point spread, 50.5 over under. I'm really loving the over. Really loving the Rams on the spread. But if you're already going to believe that the Rams are going to win, it is going to be an upset, just take them on the fucking money line and roll with it. That way you're not having to worry about even if the potential of Philadelphia keeping it close. But I think the Rams can probably win that one by a touchdown for damn sure. Cooper Kupp back. You got to go out there and you got to ball out. I don't give a damn about DeAndre Swift and, AJ Brown and what he's, AJ Brown, Mr. Always Open. I'm not worried about Devontae Smith. I think the Rams can be able to keep up. That was Roy Dale, Texas Forever. That I played during halftime. Kelsey, Cox, Hurts, Swift. What? As for the Dallas Cowboys San Francisco 49ers game, I'm all on the 49ers. Dallas doesn't have what it takes on offense to be able to keep up with the 49ers. That 49ers defense is just with Warner and Ufunga, it's just, and then Chardavius Ward, it's just too much to fucking deal with from the offense, from Dallas's offensive standpoint. Dallas can't really get downfield and go and put up points. Kelsey Cox. Oh my gosh, I read it. Now I read it. Fucking
Robbie, I think the Cowboys offense is going to move it enough. It's going to be interesting.
They don't put up the points, and they're not going to be able to keep up on the scoreboard with San Fran. San Fran's so methodical with the way they move the ball down the field. Leafs kind of touched on it earlier with just the utilization of motions. It's just too much. It's just too many exotic looks that 49ers offense and Shanahan throws at you. Too much to be able to compute. Sorry, Dallas, but you're gonna get smacked the fuck around straight up. And actually, no, I'm not sorry. I think the NFC East as a whole has a very tough schedule this week. We already saw that we allowed Chicago to get on track. 49ers are going to stay on track. And I think the Rams they got what it takes to be able to upset this Philly defense or this Philly team.
I'm looking at the stats. Yeah. What a fun game to watch.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. And I think that those are really good juiced up games. You could take the Rams on the money line, like I mentioned, at the plus 170. The best play in Niners Cowboys is probably that minus 112 at the 3.5 on the spread, or either probably playing that 112 over. The over under that game is at 45, and I just think that I just think that the 49ers, Dallas will do their half to make that 45.5 happen, but the 49ers are going to go out there. They're going to put up like 27.
We gonna stream that game?
Oh, probably.
Hell yeah, let's
Probably
go.
highly likely.
Let's go.
The algorithm's been loving those 10-hour streams, those long streams. So that's why I'm hoping that my voice gets back together by tonight. Feeling a little bit better, but so that way I can maybe do go live for a couple of hours tomorrow. Just keep the algorithm loving us. I want to take a look back. Even though we're only we're not even halfway through the season yet. 4 games have only been played. We're already into week 5. But let's take a look back at your fantasy football drafts. After 4 weeks of football, what is one draft pick that you wish you never made, but then a pick that you weren't expecting that you were going to be grateful for, but you're grateful for now? Go ahead, Jeff.
Dude, Darren Waller. Oh my God. I mean, I was bought into the Darren Waller hype so bad. I basically bought a jersey. I mean, every draft I could get, I was Darren Waller. Everywhere. Oh, that 4-5 round. Oh my God, that was it. But last year's tight end was having a better year than freaking Waller. He's been a disaster. An absolute. I mean, need I say more? The video that came out this week of him wide open in the back of the end zone, and they both throwing the iPad at him. It's just so accurate because he's wide freaking open.
Not.
Yeah, Jones, right? Because he's so wide open in the back of the end zone that he can't even make a play on the interception because he's 15 yards behind it and nowhere near another player. I mean, he was so wide open. It was just so. Yes, he has been. And if I can just snake in a little bit of a second one, Carr, he's crushed me. I thought the Saints were going to be throwing the ball around, having a little fun. Maybe it's the injury, so I don't want to bag them for an injury, but I expected way more out of them, and I booted on quarterback a lot and waited. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to grab Carr, dude. They're going to tear it up down there. It just hasn't happened. So those have been the 2 guys that have kind of hurt me.
Okay. And a draft pick that you made that has exceeded your expectations and you're actually kind of happy that you ended up with?
I'm not sure I was ready for this question, so I'm kind of on the spot a little bit, Robbie. I didn't know. I'm a little panicked right here. So I'm going to go to our listener league.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'm going to look at it, and I am going to say I have enjoyed. You ready? Jake Elliott. Elliott has put up points. I mean, I know I'm a kicker. I did it on purpose. I'm being a little strange.
Okay, Linda.
But Elliott has put up points. So in that league, I took the Hurts defense Elliott combo, and between the 3 of them, they have been phenomenal. So, but I know that's kind of weak doing a kicker. So I will throw it. My other guy that I really targeted was Jordan Love. I was a big believer in him before the season. Whether the Packers have done great or not, but I drafted him in a lot of drafts, and he's been as expected, if not better. So Jordan Love would be my position guy, and I got a little soft spot for the kicker, Jake Elliott.
Okay, Mike.
What's the question?
Let's go back through your fantasy football drafts. Give me one player that you wish you could you never drafted. You wish you could get it back, but then give me one on the flip side of the coin that you are actually grateful for, that's exceeded your expectations. You weren't even expecting that this player was probably going to be prevalent for you.
I love Mike's face right now. I love it.
I got one of them. Well, I'm gonna give a bonus one. Because of injury, I have Nick Chubb on way too many teams. But that's
because of injury.
That's the bonus one. That's not. My problem is I have so many dynasty leagues. Let me see here real quick. Let me go here. I know this league.
When you play in 40 leagues.
Okay. For my wish I didn't draft. I'm sorry, Robbie. It's got to be Antonio freaking Gibson.
Don't sorry me. I wasn't high on Gibby. I was the Brian Robinson guy.
I'm just saying I'm sorry because it's on your goddamn commandors.
Yeah, that's a guy. I could see that. You'd be grabbing him. Yeah, that's
I was grabbing that mofo left and right.
Exactly.
The one that back in the day there was a player that I could not quit. And I got made fun of for not being able to quit this guy because I drafted him over and over. And his name was Doug Martin. Okay? My buddy says I have a new version of Doug Martin. 2 years ago, I got into a screaming match on a podcast backing this guy up with Dave Kluge. And because he was against him. And now he is no longer a Chicago Bear, and he has proven me right. Give me David freaking Montgomery, baby. Let's go all day long.
Oh, all right.
I was on the Monty train from the beginning. I said he was going to have a great year 2 years ago. Bears fan, you know who, Robbie said, no, he's not. He sucks. And that year, he was right.
Yep.
But I draft him every year. I can't not draft him.
No, I dig it. I dig it. I can respect those. First for my two that I it's just like we all kind of like did two on like wishing we never side. I'll do two as well. My two that I wish I could so fucking get back. The number one, fucking Joe Burrow. Like,
I could have used
breakup is real. Like the Joe Burrow breakup is fucking real, ladies and gentlemen.
Now you picked up Brock Purdy on the corner.
Yup. A Spain.
Yup.
Spain without the S, bro. Straight up. Yeah. We've been big Monty truthers on this channel. But no, like, yeah, fucking Joe Burrow. That has came back to haunt me so bad. Because whether it's best ball or like regular redrafts, no, like I have too much exposure of Joe Burrow. Nobody will let me trade for him. Fucking RotoWire just put out a damn meme where it's like when you try and trade, when someone tries to send you a trade for Joe Burrow, and it's like McGregor laughing. He's like, no, I just posted it on my Instagram story. You guys can check it out. But yeah, the Robbie Joe Burrow is breakup is real. This motherfucker got me listening to Drake in the middle of the night. Robbie breaking up with Joe Burrow. Tune into the Taylor Swift playlist. It's more like a fucking Drake playlist, bro. It's more like a Drake playlist.
Her name is like, not to be mentioned.
I'm like yeah, absolutely not. No, I'm like outside in the fucking rain, like Usher. You got it bad when you lost hang up, then you call right back.
Where's the mute button?
Like I'm like that. I got it bad.
Does he or in my day, Robbie, like Jukebox Hero, standing in the rain.
Wow.
Yes, you like that?
All right, go your next.
That was pasty. That was a really pasty comment. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is a Jukebox Hero. That was a pasty thing.
Jukebox Hero, dude. That was standing in the rain. Yes, the head hung low. Yes, couldn't get a ticket.
You could have at least went with the fucking who was it? Who was it that chat? Help me out. Who was it that said, "Can you stand the rain?" Da-na-na-na. Sunny day. Fuck. Everybody loves him. Tell me, baby, can you? I want to say that was Keith Sweat. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Mike. For once, I'm watching the stream while actually drinking rum. If this is wrong, then I don't want to be right. C-Yard, what is good? What is good? I love that you're drinking rum because
I knew you were busy at work today because you just texted me less than 5 minutes ago and didn't know that Claypool got traded. I was making jokes with Tim at work that you look like you were so busy that your eyes were popping out of your head, and now it's proving right.
Fuck, it was New Edition.
It was Bobby Brown.
Yeah, Bobby Brown. Yeah, that was Bobby before cocaine.
That was during.
Oh, what? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it was actually during.
And Robbie, I want to send a shout out to our friend BKBGB, who was a rock star last night.
Yeah, just say BKB. Fuck.
Just say
it was in the chat. It was in the chat. I don't know if he's still there, but what a rock star! Actually, I'll get in trouble for calling that, but what a great member of the family.
Robbie, who's your other one, Robbie?
Oh, let me see this. In a 10-team non-PPR league, I got a Chan off of waivers at spot 9 the Wednesday after he went off in week 3 versus my Broncos. Nice. Mans who drafted Kyle Pitts. Yeah, those dudes have been hating their lives since Kyle Pitts got drafted. Kyle Pitts been hating his life since.
We're talking to you, Bo.
Yep. Yeah, definitely big talk to you, Bo.
We're talking to you, Bo.
My second, so Burrow was my first. My second that like I wish I could just get back and like never have done. Jahan Dotson, because every fucking week, like it is someone else on that team, and everyone else on that team is getting the looks that he should be getting. I know we had, that big clutch touchdown against, Philly last week. He didn't get utilized at all last night, but we didn't have any time of possession really to be able to fucking utilize anyone or get anything going for that matter. So yeah, Jahan Dotson, fucking pissed off at you. My saving grace, my one that I'm grateful that I drafted. And this is hard because it is between two players. One's the cover athlete, and Puka Nacua. I'm grateful for being able to slide you in, get a couple points before the drop off takes place. But the one that I for real want to shout out, Tank Dell, fucking Tank Dell. I have enjoyed having Tank Dell and grabbing Tank Dell in the later rounds. He's been so clutch, been able to start him. Definitely a startable guy. It sucks that in one league I haven't gotten to use him yet because every other player I have on the roster is just that fucking good. And like I'm such a huge Tank Dell fan that I don't want to trade him away. I just want to keep him and like hold him. Just say like I had him on a championship roster because I'm probably going to win the championship in that league at this rate. Like I'm highest scoring team in the fucking league every week. Like I can't be fucked with. But anyways, furthermore, yeah, Tank Dell, big shout out. Fucking love you, man. Thank you so much.
Calvin, if you're still in the chat, I messaged you on Sleeper.
Uh-oh. Y'all gonna trade it?
Earlier, but I just don't think he's seen it.
I'm just getting home to the Randy news. Let's get it. Didn't leave till 7:15 working with KFL and Bree.
Okay. He's just saying who at work.
Yeah. Yes, Collins over Tank, but I gotta shout out Tank. Like you kind of expected it out of Collins.
No, I disagree.
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm with you, Mike. Mike.
Hold on.
You knew that he was gonna be the one.
I didn't.
Hear me out. you know, Robbie, that I love Nico. So at that, this is his third-year breakout, but I wasn't sure. I was 50-50 that it was going to be a third-year breakout or a third-year poo-poo. Okay?
Yes.
And here's the reason.
What's
No
that?
one, okay, nobody here. Yes, I had him ranked high. I had him ranked higher than the 6-foot midget out of Alabama. But no one of the three of us would have thought that Stroud would be doing what he's doing this minute. There's no one out of the three of us that could have said that. Yes, you have Tank Dell. Yes, you have Nico. There were plenty of people in the industry that thought Mr. Reliable Robert freaking Woods was going to be the WR1 there.
I never thought that.
I drafted him late in drafts, hoping for that. So yes, Mike.
I have
a lot of that.
I have zero Robert Woods.
I understand that.
But this is also.
I'm just agreeing with Mike.
This is one of those things, though. What I always fucking do and what I always preach: be water.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to zig when everyone zags.
But
while everyone was Robert Woods. I'm like, Nico, take down Nico.
I went Nico too. But my other point is, and this is going to piss off Seayard, and I know that he knows where I'm going with this. It's going to make Seayard upset when I say this. Everyone was saying Pierce. I knew that Pierce was going to take a back seat, and I'm not saying he's done great, but I was drafting Singletary being water, thinking that Singletary was going to get some of the load. The problem is the passing game is clicking at a better rate than anyone anticipated.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying we weren't sure that it was going to be Collins, because even if we thought Collins was going to have a good season, we thought the running game was going to be a bigger part of this offense than it really is.
And even as a Michigan, I don't want to call myself a Michigan man, but my sister graduated from there. My brother-in-law graduated from there. I follow the program like crazy. I had hoped Nico would become something like this, but I didn't expect this.
I thought you were a Huskies fan.
No, but my family went to Michigan. My father was in the stands when Cordell Stewart threw the pass and beat Michigan in the Big House. He said he'd never heard 100,000 people go silent that quickly. But anyway, I'm surprised that Nico's done this. It's been great. He stepped up. That I don't want to get too much into this because you might hear this from Houston coming out of my mouth again today. So I'm just going to kind of let it go.
Oh, you're going to hear it out of my mouth too.
Oh, uh-oh.
No, like I said, those are the ones that I'm super grateful for, because while everyone else was, running to the typical chalk picks, it's been a fucking saving grace, especially in best ball, especially in best ball. We got a lineup out there that has like Stroud, has Stroud, Fields, and Howe. All as a quarterback. So we have each of them stacked with their respective receivers, and in that one, Stroud is stacked with Nico. Howe's stacked with Terry. And Fields is stacked with more in that one. We've just been. The lineup's fucking crazy, and I think that lineup could win the whole fucking underdog joint, for real. I think that could be the one. Let's see here. We're gonna kind of now get into our best bets for the weekend, as well as your fantasy football must starts for the week. Preferably give the viewers a flex type of situation. I mean, you could go with you could go with the chalk one, but give them a flex play.
When have I ever given a chalk?
Give one flex. Yeah.
When have I ever? I'm not giving no chalk.
Yeah, I mean, do I start Jalen Hurts? Yes, you fucking start Hurts.
You already know where I'm going, but it's not my turn to start, or is it?
No, go for it, Mike. Go for it. You're ready. Go for it.
It
I'm
is your
not
turn.
ready, but
I can start. I can start
you
with my
start,
best.
Yeah,
sir.
and let's do like let's do like one at a time. You know what I mean? Like a key start, then a key sit, and then
No, he'll just give
kind of
all.
like go around.
Yeah,
He'll give it.
no,
He'll
it
give
just
his
goes.
whole.
Yeah,
Go.
it just goes normal.
We got it. We got it.
First, I am gonna give my best bet for the week. I'll go ahead and I'll actually throw out two for you guys. My first one, you want to get ahead of the books early, and this is your opportunity to be able to do so. Bills 5.5
Love
minus 110. I do not care that Jacksonville, the Londonville Jaguars, are going to be in their second home in London. I know what they did last week to Atlanta. I know that they always will play very, very, very well in London. Wouldn't be shocked if they could steal that. But give me the Bills straight up by the 5.5. Let's go ahead. Let's get up early. Let's get ahead of the books early. My second favorite best bet of the weekend, it's the Texans outright over the Falcons at a plus 110. Give me the Texans outright. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I love
Clean sweep.
Dude, I love
clean
that.
sweep. That was
I
the
gotta
pivot.
find another one now. I gotta find another one because I love that.
I already have another one.
Gift.
All good. As for my fantasy football must starts this week, I am absolutely telling you all to go and start Michael Wilson, ladies and gentlemen. Please, by any fucking means, insert Michael Wilson into lineups. Already, through just the two big boom weeks that he's had, already wide receiver 34 on the season. Clearly, this is going to be the guy that Arizona is going to be going to. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, they are entertaining talks of possibly sending Hollywood Brown to the Carolina Panthers. This clearly says that Michael Wilson is going to be the guy in Arizona. He caught all 7 targets for 76 yards, had 2 TDs last week against a very fucking good defense in the San Francisco 49ers. They take on Cincinnati, who is struggling. We kind of already touched on that earlier in the show. He's 53% rostered, 20% started. Throw this guy into your flex spot. I think it is definitely a worth it start. Another one that I feel is an absolute must start. I do think that the Colts can upset. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to show Indianapolis a little bit of love here. I am flexing Michael Pittman in a league, in my home league. I haven't given Michael Pittman his props at all. This is a little bit of a chalk play, but I haven't talked about him at all. Wide receiver 21 on the season. Did have a little bit of a drop-off after last week's visit against the Rams, but like we mentioned, Rams very good defense. I know that Tennessee gets after opposing quarterbacks. I know that Tennessee front keeps running games in check. How things are going to look with Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor, coming back. Going to be interesting. They're probably going to have to lean on the passing game a little bit more before trying to go full pot committed with the running game. I think Michael Pittman has a big week. Insert him in the lineups. And they don't have a bye till week 11 as well. So also try and trade for him. What you got, Mike?
All right. So hold on. Let me get back to my screen. All right. So my best bets of the week, I'm going to have 2 of them as well. And if I mess up, Jeff, oh well. One of them was already brought up earlier, so I'm going to bring it up anyway. I'm taking the Cardinals outright.
Good call.
3. Or not even +3. I'm taking them +140. on the outright. But my other one, and I don't know, we already talked about the game, so I'm not going to get much into it. My other game is going to be on the Saturday variety.
Ooh.
I don't care that it's a rivalry. I'm taking Texas minus 5.5.
In the Red River shootout?
I'm taking them by a touchdown. I would take it at 6. 6.5. I would take it at 6.5. I just think that team, I'm not sold enough on Gabriel and Venables. I'm not sold on Venables as a head coach yet. I'm not sold on Gabriel in that. I mean, Gabriel's decent, but so far in their games, they've played Cincinnati and teams of that ilk. They haven't played a top-notch Big 12 team yet. Texas, I understand that that Kansas is an up-and-coming team, but freaking Texas put them on the freaking stool and said, come here, and I'm going to spank you. 5.5, you got Ewers.
Looks good, South City.
You got Xavier Worthy. I just think that's going to be the key there. When it goes to starts, I'm going to the well. I've already mentioned this game once before. Streaming option, so I'm going a little deeper on this for QBs. I'm streaming Joshua Dobbs.
Bang!
From the Arizona Cardinals. Self-plug, Robbie. He is one of my starts of the week in my article.
It's just fun.
Huh?
It's just fun. Like it just feels fun.
You know who my other? Hey, I'm not even going to tell you.
I agree.
I'm not even because it comes out. I'm not even telling you who my other start is because I might get slapped for that article. But another person that I would start, and I know this is kind of chalky, but not chalky because he's actually on Fantasy Pros UCR. He is number 19, and I've heard people talk about sitting him because he's been disappointing so far. But he's going against a shitty run defense.
This is who I think it is.
This is Breece Hall's breakout game, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is exactly who I think it is. Okay, I'm with you on that, and I've actually
Breece Hall's breakout game against the Denver Donkeys.
Yep, I've been higher on consensus than normal with that. Jets defense might be a pretty okay streaming option as well on that.
Oh hell yeah! Your turn, Jeffy.
So I'm going to jump on to the Texans bandwagon. All right. I think the Texans are my play of the week without a doubt. I loved the Dolphins last week. Loved them. I love the Texans this week. I think they are without a doubt the game of the week. An easy one, but you guys also have already kind of picked that. So I'm going to come up with a second one. I'm going to go with the Jets. All right. I think the Jets are going to play Denver more than tough. I think we're starting, I don't want to say to see progress, but we're seeing some NFL caliber throws. Let's just call it that. And now I think Breece Hall, they say the training wheels are off. So to me, I think the Jets are my second play. After that, as far as players go, I love let's get on the bus this weekend. Gus Edwards. All right. He is playing Pittsburgh. There really isn't any other running back there right now. And Pittsburgh hasn't really wanted to play defense. So I think that Gus is going to have a really, really big day for the Ravens this weekend. And I also think that there could be a big week out of Stephon Diggs. Just a little sleeper. But those are my picks this week.
Not a sleeper, but yeah. Not a sleeper at all because of Stephon Diggs.
I don't think people are expecting a lot out of him this week with the Jags, but I think he's going to play well.
Everyone's come on, it's Stephon Diggs. You never don't expect anything big out of Stephon Diggs.
This is talk. Wait, are you a Patriots fan?
Of sorts.
That's why he's saying that.
Yeah. really quick, I am going to throw out another one for you guys because Mike, inspired me with the whole Saturday slate. Colorado 3.5 to Arizona.
We can hear you, but you're frozen.
Yeah,
we can hear you though. Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure you knew.
Hang on.
I just want to make sure you knew.
Oh, now it's wait.
Hold on.
Hang on.
Hang on. Black.
So while you're doing that, Robbie, I'm going to throw my own Saturday pick in, right?
Don't pick
my son is on a college visit this weekend at Louisville. All right. And I am going to take Louisville over Notre Dame this week in the upset. Let's go Cardinals. And when Robbie's back up and ready to go, we're going to let him go.
He's up.
Yep, I am here.
And in 3 weeks, I will be in Louisville.
Nice.
The one that I wanted to give you guys for some college football, Colorado minus 3.5. They're 175 on the money line. The over/under is 58.5. Give me that 3.5 all damn day. I like that. And then you said you want to take Louisville with the upset over Notre Dame.
Yes, I'm going Louisville. I think that place is going to be rocking. There'll be 3 Ranellis in the house, so obviously that'll make a huge difference for the Louisville Cardinals. So you know what I mean. Let's go Cardinals, baby. Let's go.
Jeff, can I ask you an honest question?
Go for it.
Not including last night.
Oh boy.
Not including last night.
Okay.
How much Cheetos have you had in the past 24 hours? I said not including last night.
So not including last night?
So I'm saying, how much have you had right now?
Oh, I haven't had enough tonight.
Okay. I thought you had acting like 3 Brunellis was going to cause a ruckus in Louisville.
No, but they're going to swing. They're going to swing that game. Their voices, Mike, are going to swing the game.
Feeling kinky Japan 13.5. In what sport is that?
What sport is that?
That's a great question.
Is that underwater
it's not
basket?
soccer.
Is it underwater basket weaving?
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like I didn't know.
If it was soccer, I could actually give you some feedback on the Japanese soccer team, but it's not at 13.5.
Yeah, no. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been rugby World Cup.
Rugby got it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about rugby to go. I don't know enough about rugby to go and put money on it. I've done it before.
Just put your money on the All Blacks and you're good.
Yep, that's
very true.
That's actually what I did. Actually, other than that, this has been Rumboyz After Dark. I am going to drink so much more hot tea and lemon because my voice hurts.
You sound good though. You sound good. It may hurt, but you sound good.
Yeah. It's just sore. I'm like, yo, I definitely bruised it. Like, I definitely bruised my fucking vocal cords on last night.
Just you're on one.
Yeah, we got way too hype. I was way too hyper.
That was insane.
Were you ratchet?
They just can't. The donos did not stop.
No, I meant after.
So fun.
No, I went to sleep after.
Because do you remember telling me that you were going to go out and be ratchet?
No, I didn't.
I don't know if you remember. You told me after when no one else was here that you're like, bye, Mike. I'm going to go be ratchet now.
That makes me so glad that I'm not the only one that doesn't remember things I said last night. So thank you, Mike, for pointing out that Robbie was similar to me.
Yeah, I did not make it.
He was not similar to you. Trust me.
I did not make it out of my house. No. Like even this morning, Taco was like, really quick before we get off air, he was like, he had messaged me, and he was like, I can't remember what he said. He's like, we need that. He's like, we need that. What did he call it? What did he call me? Oh, he's like, we need that heartthrob. We need that heartthrob Robbie energy on tonight's show. I was like, my voice is done, dog. I was like, I'm done.
And then he doesn't show up.
Not
Yeah, no.
dog. His
No, he was moving. Yeah, he sent me a text today. He was moving, and it's
situation
raining
right now.
and nasty in the Northeast. He's moving in the rain.
Sounds about taco. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this has been Rumboyz After Dark. I'm your boy Rumboyz Robbie. That's Drop the Mic FF. There's SC Express. Catch us next Friday here on Rumboyz After Dark. I'm definitely gonna be a lot more lit. I'll be lit Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna go heal my voice. Other than that, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Raw boys and girls. What to do, dilly dilly. We love and appreciate all of you.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace.
Thank you.